my ghost shirt when I was working at the group home, and like the kids were like, yeah, because like they over time the energy would ramp up as a group to be something just totally intolerable. And so like it was like, all right, it's gonna be one of those days. I'm putting on my battle shirt, and this was it. The kids knew I wasn't messing around if I was wearing this shirt. Nope, we're not gonna get away with a whole lot today.
But I think it would be really fun to be a fly on the wall when you were working there.
It's pretty funny because I always kind of get the reputation as being a little bit of a hard ass, but like I also have, with very few exceptions, the best relationships with with those kids, like with the kids that like call me a hard ass.
It might be because they're not as fragile as people that are used to getting along with everybody all the time. Like, I don't know.
It's that, and like one of the biggest commonalities with kids in those situations, and also kids with disabilities, is they haven't been told no a whole lot, and like they haven't had consistent boundaries. Their boundaries always flex, and so like, and they develop coping skills to deal with that, because if you're living with a dysfunctional parent, or a parent with addiction issues, or is abusive in other ways, like it's volatile. The rules matter. The rules don't matter. Their attitude in the moment matter. And so all their coping mechanisms revolve around that kind of dynamic, which it helps them survive that situation and make sense of that situation. But it doesn't function so good in like the rest of society, where people kind of expect there to be harder boundaries.
Yeah.
But like the kids also don't realize that at the same time they very, very much want those boundaries, because what those boundaries tell them is, okay, if I do this, 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 and this, and this, I'm safe. I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm not going to get yelled at. I'm not going to get chewed out. If I do these things, all is good. Now, if I do some of these things, I am going to be in trouble, but it's always the same thing. You get that consistency, and that's what I think they really could.
That reminds me of something interesting I learned not too long ago. So, there is a consistent trend for churches in America that really just what's it called when pander, that's the word. They're pandering to certain people, and so these people end up they're like, this isn't very genuine. Like, there are limits in life. I have to do some things, and so then they'll end up turning away from the church and they'll go to Islam instead, and because they're looking for a stricter life, like with more boundaries. It's weird. There's something in our minds that draws us to boundaries.
I've also heard that people who are coming out of addiction will usually tend toward more stricter religious practices.
Huh. Weird.
Because of the structure.
Those, right.
Yeah.
Because of the structure. And I think different people need different amounts of structure at different times in their life. Like, there's definitely times where I'm like, I need much more structure, and other times I'm like, no, I can just kind of float. Like, it's fine. And yeah, it depends on where people are at, like what you're trying to accomplish. But sometimes a little more structure, especially if you haven't had any for a long time, like you're a child in a abusive relation, in an abusive situation, or you were an addict, you were a slave to your addiction. Like, both of those situations don't have a lot of stability or consistency, and so that structure and hard and fast rules be a touching, like a touching point.
I definitely grew up as a really hard and fast legalist because that's how my parents were. Probably that might be why most of the reason why. But I still to this day catch myself being really legalistic about things and then realizing that can be taken way too far, and so I have to back off. Yeah, it's really interesting to think about. But much as I like this conversation, we're here to participate in some roleplay, where we could roleplay such things.
I ran on a rant there.
I enabled it. It's my fault.
Dan, you need to stop enabling me.
Yeah, I need to be a little more legalistic about that. I remember very specifically making a note to say that Guy was next in initiative.
Yes, it is my turn.
Yes, it is your
Alright,
turn.
I've had a week. Let's see if I can remember what I was going to do.
That's okay. You can
boy.
take your time.
This is not looking good.
Let's do a little quick refresher so that it makes some there's
I can sum
context.
it up real quick.
Okay.
I can sum it up. Everything is Petal's fault.
What? Hang on. That's hurtful.
Excuse me?
Am I wrong?
Everything.
The
He's-
present situation.
He's thrown his back out many times helping you.
He has. He's either super helpful or his actions lead to this. I guess he's at least consistent in his extremes.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think that's as close as we're gonna get to like a compliment or support as I deserve. So yeah, I'll take it.
There are so many goblins.
Yeah, so you emerged from the cave, found a cart that was, I don't think I said it was overturned, but it might as well have been, with arrows sticking out of it and a dead horse. You went to investigate, and you were ambushed by some goblins who speak a language you don't understand. Unfortunately, nobody here speaks the goblin language. And somebody, I think Petal, made an intimidation check, which half worked, and then they came back. Back.
No. He convinced them that he was a threat, and then they responded in kind.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened.
I
Yeah.
remember it slightly differently, but I'm not gonna fight you too hard on it.
And you guys fought a little bit, and then you took off, and then because I needed to buy time, I had you all roll a perception check to see if you found the spur of the moment pit trap in the middle of the road, and Petal avoided it, but the rest of you fell in. Cassandra has since climbed out, and she has been healed by Petal. The initiative turn is on Guy, and so Guy and Elvira are still in a 5-foot deep pit. It would only take I think it would be, I had incorrectly said it would take half of your movement speed to get out. What I meant to say was it would take twice the normal movement speed to get out. So
instead of moving 5 to get out, it's move 10 to get out?
Yes, that's what I meant. Because you'd basically be moving up 5 and then over 5 is how I was looking at it.
Okay, so the first thing I need to do is probably take a disengage action, right?
I suppose I probably shouldn't advise.
You absolutely.
Am I close enough? So they're all on the outside of the pit, right? Can I roll some sort of wisdom check to know whether or not I would trigger an opportunity attack?
Well,
So if you move, you can, as long as you stay with, you can move around, and stay within, as long as you stay within 5 feet of whoever you're engaged with, you don't provoke an opportunity attack. But if you were to try to escape, you could stay in range of this guy by going like here, here, and then here. But you would provoke an attack from this guy and this guy.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take a disengage action. I'm going to move here. Is that out of the pit? Can we get like a
Yeah.
graphic?
Yeah, I just figured the pit was like these 3 spaces.
Okay. And then I will move there. And that way I can protect both Elvira and the other lady, Cassandra. And that's my turn.
Okay. It's your turn. Cassandra is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's gonna say with her free action, let's get into the woods, run over there. I know that it's kind of far. Use her full movement speed, and then she's going to use Cure Wounds at first level on herself, healing 4 damage. So that's her turn. And then Elvira's next.
Elvira, you're next.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, no problem. You're the only one in the pit now. It would just take 10 feet of movement speed to get out.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out, and while I pull my stuff up, am I attacking anyone?
You probably don't want to. We probably need to run.
Okay, yep, I'm gonna do that. Thank you.
Then, are you gonna disengage first?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
disengage. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I just saw I had that. So I'm gonna jump out of the pit, disengage, and hightail it with everybody else.
Would that be reasonable? Or I just
What?
would this be a reasonable place to set you?
Oh yes. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I just I figured you. Cassandra's leading the way. She's running away to fight another day. And then Petal's next.
Petal is going to attack this bullet ant that he is engaged with his longbow. Is a 16 hit?
Let's see. The giant ant. I forgot to pull up that stat block. You said 16?
Yeah.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, cool.
What kind of attack is it?
Longbow, so it'll be
Okay.
7 piercing damage.
Alright.
I'm assuming that doesn't finish him off.
No. Nope, unfortunately not. Unfortunately for you, it does not.
Well, in that case, I am going. Oh, I can't take damage.
Here, I'll move Guy for a second there.
I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take the opportunity attack, or Sharkon will. Yeah, I guess I will.
Oops.
I don't know how you want.
That was the wrong thing I just clicked. There we go. 19? Does that hit?
That hits.
You'll take 5 piercing damage as the spiders, they don't claw into you. One of them bites you with its pincer-like mandibles. Yeah, they're...
I'm definitely gonna like kick at it. Get up!
I'm envisioning kind of like bigger ants, but the scene from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That is, that I hate that scene though because I just can't. Ugh, makes my skin crawl thinking about it. Uh,
Mhm.
Yep.
okay.
That is what army ants do, kind of.
I mean, not that fast, but yeah.
Yeah, not that fast.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna give you all an. I would normally do a passive perception for this, but I'm just gonna have you roll an active perception, each of you, to see if you notice. This will just be a free action, something that happens on the goblin's turn.
Did you want a perception check?
Yeah, it's not so much.
Ooh.
It's not so much what you perceive as much as it is how much of it you understand, I guess, or you notice in the chaos.
Well, I got an 8, so probably not much.
Guy got a 6.
Yep.
Okay, what does Elvira get? Cassandra got a 14. So far, leading the pack. Excuse me, sorry.
21.
Wow. Okay. Apologize for the coughing. I came down with a nasty cold on Monday, so it was a good thing we didn't have Star Wars because I could not talk that day. Okay. Hang on one second. I just had an idea. This could be fun. Bear with me for a moment. Because then I won't have to describe the sound. You can just hear it. Here we go. This is what you hear. There's a little bit of music in the background. Do you kind of pick up on what that is? That's sort of
The stress.
Yeah, you hear a few of those off to the west of your position.
Off to the left. Well, I don't think I want to go left anymore.
Let's go right.
Before you act, because you're technically still in initiative, I just wanted you to pick up on that. It is the goblin's turn. That sound changes the situation significantly. Guy, go ahead and take an opportunity attack on the swarm of insects, because they're going to move without disengaging.
Okay.
To beat a 12.
I beat a 12.
Did you?
Yes.
Sweet. All right, how much damage do you do? And what type?
4.
And what type is it? Because that
It
matters.
is slashing.
Slashing?
Yes.
Okay. 4 slashing. Now where did I
And,
put that one? There we go.
and then it sets them on fire too. Right? Does my sword
Yeah.
still set them on fire?
Yeah, it does. Okay, 3. Now, roll a d6 for me. And add to your character sheet that you do 1d6 of question mark damage. You don't know what kind it does, but it does damage. You still have to figure out what it is, but roll a d6.
Okay.
This has to do with the blue flame, by the way. If
Yeah.
that wasn't obvious.
1.
1. Okay. Funnily enough, that is the most powerful damage you've dealt to them. And not as in like number of hit points, but the other ones that it's been taking, it's resistant to. All right. Now, to finish up their turn, they move, we'll say it's roughly 30 feet. They congregate and they back off into the woods, and then they kind of stop huddling, or stop and are huddling, and they're looking to the west, and you hear them like jibber jabbering to each other in their language, and you don't have any idea what they're saying. The ants aren't like scared or anything. I guess they're kind of just swarming. But the goblins are definitely frightened of something. Frightened, not necessarily the status effect frightened. Alright, that's their turn. It would be guys' turn next, but if you want to, you really could break off initiative.
Yeah, I'm gonna run with everyone else.
I tried to look up like an official rule or anything on how to drop initiative, and as far as I'm concerned, the players can just determine we're out of here, and that seems like the best way to do it.
I think it's entirely up to you.
Okay.
I would say you're a better arbiter of when initiative would end because you know what's going on around.
Okay, then I would say you're effectively out of initiative. They've ceased attacking you, so it's no longer necessary.
Yeah, you need to decide if they pursue or not. So.
Okay. Yep. So the floor is yours then.
Well, that could have gone better.
Yep.
But it didn't go poorly though.
It didn't. Everyone's okay.
You got it. Oh, never mind. Okay.
All right, time to go.
Back at it, boy. Let's go.
Which direction are you going here?
Yes.
The opposite direction of that. So the right, I guess.
Oh, you want to go east?
Yep.
You are free to do that if you
I
want.
want to go this way down the path. I'm just looking at down the path.
The road. Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna do that.
Okay.
And that actually makes the most sense. I don't want to go off in the woods with that stuff around.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to follow Petals, since when has he ever led us wrong?
Wow. You just lay it on
least he
thick.
At least don't run away and leave my friends to die.
Oh
That's
my
fair.
gosh.
I do gotta give Guy a high five for that one then.
All right.
Hold on, guys. I'll melt through the bars.
Like a Jedi.
Oh, I just realized I'd never turned on dynamic lighting on this new map that you're going to be on, so...
You get to see everything.
Save. Okay. I'm going to pull your characters over. Copy. Now, this very well could just, like, not work at all, but I'm going to try to make it work. Boom. Oh, hey, it worked great. All right, so... just like in the dungeon, try to like keep your movement speed in mind. And yes, we're back to hexagons because they are the bestagons. These are each going to be 10 feet in this case. Now, I think whatever's within your line of sight should be lit up, right? It should be on daylight mode rather than darkness. That is, like...
I still see pretty light.
You see light? Okay, good.
I can see pretty much everything.
Good.
Let me try to refresh the page.
No, it should... You got it right then. That's how it should be. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't dependent on any light sources. So, you move a little bit further up the path. I think we could safely say that this is probably somewhere between 50 and 100 feet up the path from where you just were, where you broke off. So, for context then, back this direction but off the map would be the goblins that you saw and that were fighting you. And then somewhere off in this distance behind you on the left is where you were hearing the sounds. So... let's leave you a little note here. So sounds that way. Goblins.
I don't see any notes.
Oh, maybe I put them on the wrong layer. Do you see the text I just made?
Nope.
That's weird.
No.
You don't see the red words I just put down?
No.
Or should they be?
Maybe I need to put them on the map. How's that? You able to see that?
Nope.
Alright. It's not that important, so I will ignore that. That does not make any sense. Oh, maybe you have to pick up and move your character a little bit.
So the dinosaur noises are coming from, on this map, the east. No, the west, right? The southwest?
Yeah, the sounds are coming from the southwest, yep. And the goblins are coming from the south,
Okay,
or
cool.
are in the southeast.
Direct south. Okay, yeah.
That probably updated your view a little bit when I just moved the characters around a little bit.
Nope.
So we're about to leave the map on the one we're seeing.
Yeah.
And I can still see the goblin.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot I hadn't realized I hadn't moved you over to the map. That's why you couldn't see what I was talking about.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm like, what? I don't understand. Everything should be visible. It was my fault. All right, does that change things?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very much so, yes.
Okay, good. glad we figured that out. So this is what you see in front of you. There's a bit of a winding dirt path. It's the continuation of the other one. Again, you're about 50 to 100 feet ahead of where you were. To the southwest are the sounds that are currently unknown. Though you could do a nature check, or an animal handling, I think would also apply, or survival. And then the goblins are to your southeast.
I've already done a nature check.
Awesome.
For only a 9, though.
Let's see.
And a 5 on my survival.
I've never really. I just learned about it. So.
Well, you have Volo's Guide to Monsters, so I think I granted just advantage for Volo's Guide, right? I didn't give up.
I forgot about that. So let me. Never mind. Well, an 11 this time.
Okay, that's better. You're aware that they are dinosaur sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely like the barks of some sort of pack animal dinosaur. And
cool. A predator, probably.
you discern that it's a pack because there were like different sounding ones going off. It wasn't like it was like having two different dogs, you know.
Yep.
Barking. Let's just say that from what you've read or heard, it's probably not a great idea to get in a tussle with some of these. If whoever wants to can do a perception check for hearing, then I'll tell you what you hear.
I got a natural 1, so 4.
Give me a second.
I'm still stressed out from, like, the Lich and the Goblins, okay?
Well, what are we rolling?
Perception.
14.
Okay. That's good enough. You hear the pitter-patter of feet going off into the distance, along with the cries of the Patiri goblins. And the ants don't really make a whole lot of noise, so you don't hear anything from them. But your pursuers, well, they aren't really pursuers. Your foes have, at the very least, stopped making sounds. Yeah.
Do you think they're done chasing us? Are they still in pursuit? Because I wouldn't be surprised if whatever that noise was just scared them off too. And if it scares them off, then we got no business.
I tell you what, I'm not looking to find out. Let's find the river and get back to our raft.
Yep.
Before you move your character, I'm going to check one thing on your character sheets just to make sure. 13, 12. Okay. I actually have to consult the book for like the first time in 2 months.
Ow.
Yeah.
Even the DM doesn't know where the raft is.
All right. Amazingly,
We've gotten so lost that we are no longer on Dan's campaign map.
well, I am trying to put some of the actual Tomb of Annihilation stuff in and not just my own stuff. Even though that's really fun, I do want it to have some resemblance to Tomb of Annihilation. What Petal and Elvira have the highest passive perception. As you are standing on the path or walking, you notice that there are more of those wooden Batiri goblin ant masks. They are hanging from trees. There are a couple skulls hanging from some trees. There's one or two like totem statues on the sides of this path. The forest in front of you is not particularly dense in the area you're in, but you know it will be in other areas. And then anything else you can actually see on Roll20 through the map is fair game for you perceiving.
I think we might be deeper into their area.
Yeah, we find ourselves in a bad neighborhood, folks.
Right.
Let's see here. Let me zoom out so I can see what I can see. Ooh, I can see just a little bit of the river. So I'm going to run down to the river. I'm going to head towards the river to see which way it's flowing. And then try to figure out if we're upstream or downstream from the raft.
Okay.
I'm going to follow Petal only because I would rather be near the river if we get jumped.
Yeah.
Then, at least that can give me a good getaway. Who am I moving?
Okay. Gonna consult the book one more time.
It's going to take us a while to get down there. It's a lot of feet.
Everybody be real quiet. See boats.
And you might be consulting the book for this, is the grass something that we can, get down into?
Is the what something you can get into?
Is the grass tall enough to, crouch down?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely thick
And
grass.
kind of, take cover? Okay, cool.
So, as you get closer, I actually have a new map to show you because this is the greater area. It's not super detailed, and I did have fun placing items on it, but this is actually not detailed compared to the real map. This was just my introduction because I wasn't sure if you're gonna get close or not. So we're gonna once again move because you have gotten a lot closer. You haven't been spotted, but you definitely see more of your enemy in the distance, up ahead of you and to the left. Let me reveal some of them to you.
Oh, their camp right there? The fires and all that?
There's those.
That's not
What
a
time of day is
tent.
it?
That's
That looks
not
like a
a tent.
Do a
It's like a little settlement.
do a perception check if you want to know what it is.
Oh, what is it then? If that's not a tent, wait. Perception? Okay.
I mean, Eli can say it's not a tent, but as of now, he doesn't really know.
I know it's not a tent.
19? Okay. You see a tent.
Oh, I got a 4. All I can tell is that it's not a tent.
Petal sees a massive tent. And when I say massive, it is about 70 feet across. Now, This tent is made of like huge tree trunk logs for poles. There is, let's see, there's a description of it. Let me pull out the description real fast.
I really thought that was the garden at first, like Liz did.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess it is a tent. But so we shouldn't be able to see the stuff that's inside it.
You can't see the stuff that's inside it because it's
Okay.
not visible to you. So number 3. This is why I don't like consulting the book too much, because then I have to like turn to the right page and. Okay, so this tent is, for all intents and purposes, that's funny. It's mostly see-through. It's made of netting. On the bottom are nets made out of woven vines. That's what the green is. And then stretching from the corners of this net are large ropes running up to the top of one rope that is tied to a very, very bent over giant tree trunk. It is bowed. It is it is bent over like a massive bow, or almost like a trap.
A giant net trap.
Also attached to the top. Well, actually not attached to the top, but running over the top with that large connecting rope. It comes down to a big spike that's in the ground right here. And it is tied off to a stump in the ground.
So they're gonna catch the giant whatever it is and impale it on the spike.
Okay, may I direct your attention, Guy, to this?
Sure.
It's just a hint before you just stand there gawking at the things when there are other.
Okay, so
do a stealth check for me.
yes. And I'm going to spend a superiority die. Oh,
Wow.
never mind. I will not expend a superiority die.
Okay.
I should have declared that. I should have declared that before I rolled.
So
You're muted.
no, I was just thinking of how I wanted to talk. Oh, Zach, I see.
Yeah, Zach is muted.
Well, he's enjoying some well-earned dinner.
Yes.
Let's see.
So I could have used it. I would have liked to expend a superiority die. I got an 8.
Wait, I can give them out.
What did Liz get?
Nothing. A 0. No, I got. Oh, a 19.
Ooh.
I like that.
Okay, so we got an 18, a 19, an 8, I think it was. And then Cassandra gets a. Ooh, she can roll with advantage. Best rolls a 22. All right, Petal, you notice that a couple ants start filing towards you. They haven't. It's just a small swarm. They're coming out of a large anthill that is practically right in front of you, maybe about 20 feet. We're back down to 5 feet per square here. This is one of the official maps, so I cannot switch it to hexes, even though I love hexes.
Science, biology, and nature.
Every
Like, put up Iron Man again.
currently, they don't seem to be moving towards anybody else. However,
Okay.
Hey, Dan, real quick. If Elvira has a proficiency in nature, can she know something that Liz thinks she knows in real life?
that's a good question. Roll for it.
Or do you need to roll a nature check?
What's with it?
So I think there's a thing where like ants, and I know these are this ants will like if they bite you or like get onto something, they can put their pheromones onto that thing and then find it again.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Ants are terrifying.
Yeah. What's do a nature or nature? I think, and we'll, you know,
Well, that only works with like trails, right? Isn't it like trails of ants?
That's my understanding, but I don't actually know.
well,
Yeah, 12. Or we can just scratch the whole thing. Don't worry about it.
I'll say that Elvira believes what Liz believes and doesn't know
Okay.
whether or not it's restricted to trails or anything else.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. The ants move like another 5 feet closer. They're lumbering towards you, Petal.
All right.
Of course, I had to pick him because he's eating.
We're kind of down in the middle of down in the corner there, so I would like to go right off the map and
Okay.
like, circle around. So I want to lead them away from my compatriots,
Okay.
but then circle back around so I can head towards the water.
So are you trying to lose him? So you could do that, but I think it would need another stealth check to try to lose him.
Okay. $22.
That's good enough. The ants kind of end up wandering off the map as well, and they don't end up coming back, at least not at the moment. And I'm going to say you're somewhere probably right around over here. You had to do kind of a wide circle to lose them. But I guess
I'm gonna beeline back to the group.
okay. Well, this swarm of ants actually has dissipated. They have anyone who was watching. They have piled back into the anthill. Petal, from where you're standing, you can see a lot better now. You can see through the netting of the tent, which I guess, if we want to really get down to if we really want to be specific about our terminology, it's really not so much a tent as it is a net with tents on it. So I guess that's my bad. You
I'm just gonna sneak back over here, especially seeing as how many people are over there.
Yeah. There are definitely there are a bunch of goblins that are all huddled around these tents. All the tents look pretty much identical, though. These goblins start filing about. Some of them go into the other tents, but the one thing that you notice that doesn't change is that there are two goblins standing outside of this tent. They don't move. It's like they're standing
like
post.
guards.
Yeah, they're standing post over the tent flap. Let's see.
Okay,
You also notice
I got a plan.
there are some more anthills on the opposite side, and there is a cage over here with at least one creature inside of it.
Okay, I'm gonna send Tabok over to go take a peek inside that guarded tent.
Okay.
He speaks Draconic and he has an 8 intelligence, so it makes him smarter than a goblin, I think. So I think he should be able to, like, communicate that, like, if he sees, like, oh, it's the leader, or prisoners, or treasure.
So is he doing this stealthily? Or is he...
Yes.
Okay. Stealth check
With
for
orders
him
to
then.
run in a different direction from me if he gets caught.
Okay. Let's see what he does. Let's see. That would take roughly 2 turns worth of movement, so we'll have 2 stealth checks for that. One to get halfway.
The first one's a 17.
Okay, that's good.
And a 7.
Okay. This is Tavok, right? Not Sharkon, I heard correctly.
No, yeah, it's just a vote.
Okay, so he first makes it up to this tree trunk, no problem. Hides behind there, waits a few seconds for some of the goblins to move back as they're into tents and stuff. As he breaks cover and gets about halfway of the rest of the distance, so about 3/4 of the way total, a goblin ends up popping out of this tent here and starts walking his way and stops. And it's just looking right now.
I don't know how much control over Tavok's reaction to this that you're going to give me, as just like the ranger here. But if possible, I would like Tavok to roll a deception check, try to just pretend to be like a normal animal. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be here. I'm digging a little hole or chasing a mouse.
Yeah,
like,
that's fine, yeah.
Goblin's just
That
like,
is believable.
weird bird.
Weird bird. This is such peaceful music for...
14.
14? Let's see. Let's have the goblin roll a check. Let's see if he's smart enough to figure out what's going on. They're not the most intelligent of creatures, but they're also not horribly dumb. There we go.
I think they probably have the same intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a +0 to intelligence. That's not bad. It's at least not a
They're
minus.
smarter than Tavok.
11. As far as this one's concerned, weird bird. Now, it doesn't mean that he's not... So, okay, so he's stopped his just his gawking, and he turns around and says in kind of a low voice something in the goblin language. I'm not sure if it's Goblinese or just goblin, but he says something to the guard standing there. It's too far away. Goblish.
Well, Tavok only speaks Draconic, so it wouldn't matter. He only understands one language.
It's a weird bird, man.
Okay.
He does not understand common, so yeah.
The guard raises his voice, and a few other goblins start to approach.
Approach them?
They approach something.
Like,
they move up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can, like, stage whisper to Tavok, like, in Draconic, like, get out of there! You're blown! Your cover's blown, man!
Yeah,
Exactly.
I guess I'm not so sure either, so I think that's fine.
Run for it, Tavok.
Yeah, you go ahead and move him wherever you think would be appropriate.
And what is Tavok again? Is he like a spirit dragon? What is he?
It's a spirit drake.
Yeah, he's a small drake. He's a Draconic spirit. that I saw.
Okay, so if he gets shot and dies, you can just bring him back, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, he's immortal. It just it still hurts.
that's fair.
Yeah, so
But that's fine.
this causes a bit more commotion, and then now a in single file, oops, single file, all the goblin troops that you know of, like, start chasing Tavoke. They saw him move. They can't move super far. There we go. I accidentally moved the wrong ones. Um, yeah,
Well,
they are all brandishing weapons, going off on some sort of a thing.
Okay,
I
I'm going to roll.
totally
I'm going to roll
away.
stealth as I. Wait, hang on. That's the wrong place. I'm
What
going
was
to.
Zach saying?
I told
Yo.
Tavoke to lead them away, so that's what Tavoke would be doing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Leading.
Okay. I rolled a natural 20 on stealth as I am like moving in the direction of the cage.
Okay, yeah, that's fair game. Stop moving for a second. Stop.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on there. um, anyone else who wants to stay hidden? Cassandra's gonna do a stealth check just to try to
I want to stay hidden.
not be spotted. She gets a 22 again. Wow.
Do I need to roll stealth to stay hidden?
Yes, please. At this point,
16 on
status quo has changed. 16's good.
Oh, 11.
Okay, I will roll on the goblins for that one. They are not really looking your direction. They rolled a 1, so
Oh, cool.
it's a it's a it's a dirty one, so there's no crit fail. But yeah, they don't notice you at all. In fact, they are absolutely oblivious to everybody's presence except for Tavoke. I guess, so basically in their little goblin minds, they have found dinner and they are going after it.
They're going to be very disappointed when they eventually kill him and his body just dematerializes.
Are you just gonna let that happen?
Right, like he is immortal. Like it sucks, it's a bummer, but he is immortal. I'll get him some good snacks when I summon him.
That's what we appreciate about it.
I'm like sliding down in my chair. Yeah, sounds good. All that remains that you see is that anthill in the distance, and then the two Baturi guards standing guard out that side of that tent. Guy, go ahead and do your next thing. I just wanted to go through that first.
Okay. I am moving to the cage.
Okay. No check necessary. There is a man inside of there who is curled up on the ground. He has chain manacles on his arms and his feet, and he is breathing somewhat laboredly. The cage is locked. The door to the cage is locked with a pretty beefy-looking iron padlock. I think such a thing would exist.
Yeah.
Let me double check, make sure there isn't anything else I'm missing here. Okay. Yeah. Yep, that's all you know.
Okay.
He does not notice your presence. He is on the ground, basically wheezing.
Okay. I'm gonna like motion to Pedal to get over here because after the whole iron bar thing, I don't really trust myself with doors. So Pedal seems like the kind of guy, especially with his like whole past life mumbo jumbo, who would be able to like pick the lock, not me. So I'm gonna lead him over here.
Yeah. I am proficient in thieves' tools
Yeah.
and have them with me.
Oh, I forgot
While
about
they're
that. Yeah.
moving around, while they're moving around, can I roll perception to like keep an eye on the goblins and make sure they're still interested in Tavoke?
Oh, sure. Are you gonna stay posted where you are?
Yup, like right behind this rock and this tree where I am.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll move up between like these trees so I can see through, you know?
Yeah, and Cassandra's gonna post up in this tree as well, just so that she can get a different viewpoint. And then
I
pedal.
got a 12 on my perception.
Okay. Well, let's just say like you are able to see that they have caught up to Tavoke. Though I'm gonna say it's a little bit further up the map here.
Okay.
Somewhere up here, they've definitely gotten. Let's see. What would the distance be on that? They're we'll say they're 70 feet away from you. Definitely um,
They're out of range, yeah.
out of range of hearing you easily, I guess, or seeing you easily for sure. They're all gathered around Tavoke, taking turns attacking it with. I think they have scimitars. Yeah, they're stabbing it
Now,
with scimitars.
am I able to see the two that are still in the camp?
Um,
This one.
let's. I think you can for sure see this one. The other one you can see about half of it. It's more. It's a little obscured behind that tent.
Okay.
You know that there is
But like,
one.
am I able like to sorry? Am I able to perceive them as well with the 12? Like, keep an eye on them too.
Oh, yeah, sure, sure. I
Okay,
can
cool.
I can rely on your. Oh, I was gonna say I could rely on your passive perception, but
Passive progressive.
if you
Yeah.
if you're asking to actively perceive, that would actually improve your chances. So
Yeah, just like watch out and make sure like no one notices them as they're moving around.
that sounds good. I'll just ask you to do it again in a little bit, so that
Okay.
um, yeah, that makes sense. And Petal has advanced.
Um, yes. Also, I can resummon to invoke as an action. I forgot. I didn't realize that I could do this. I can just as I thought it was a ritual, but like as an action, I can resummon him. And if he's already alive, he just like essentially is resummoned at full health back to where he is.
Oh,
So I can only do it once a day,
okay.
but I haven't summoned him for like a long time. I don't think I summoned him
It was
like before
definitely
we even got.
several days ago, at least.
Yeah, okay, that was my thought too. So if that's an option, then I'll just do that so he doesn't get all beat up.
Okay.
Check that off.
Oh, oh, okay.
Poof. The
And then
the Drake
I
spirit.
rolled a 12 for my lockpicking check.
Okay. I'll go with Tavoke here first. Um, poof. He disappears from where he was and reappears right next to you. Elvira watches as some very confused goblins are now searching in the grass, trying to figure out where it hid. Um, they are now maybe a little bit more distracted by that than they otherwise were. They're definitely
Okay.
trying to find him. Um, the sounds of excited squeaking from these goblins fill the air as they definitely are perplexed and maybe a little bit irritated that their delicious dinner has disappeared.
I feel like our characters are hearing what we know to be as jolly.
See, that's what I think too. What did he? Oh wait. Oh, I did it. As far as I'm concerned, they're the same thing. Uh, and the goblin guards have made no change. And Petal, you are able to open the lock easily.
Yes.
The door
Uh,
swings open. It makes a little
I'll
bit
be
of
right
a
back.
kind of a quiet squeak as it opens.
I was gonna be like, and go guy, but he took off. So
Yeah. He has a knack for doing it.
I'll try to wake the guy up and give him like
He
Exactly what he sounds like, man.
yeah, he doesn't react at first. He's kind of curled up on the ground as if he's ignoring you. Actually, he's not looking at you.
But you said he's curled up on the ground as if he's injured.
He's curled up on the ground, but it's as if he's ignoring you. He hasn't seen you, but he's ignoring the sort of tap on the shoulder or whatever you're doing. Leave me alone. Quit.
Okay,
No more tormenting me. I told you I don't know.
I'm not a goblin, but we can get you out of here.
What?
Let's go. Or
He
stay. I'm leaving.
he
But
he
you
lifts
come
his
with me.
head. He lifts his head. He's like, "You're not goblins. What?
No, I'm not a goblin. I'm an elf.
What? Wait.
We're way taller.
He looks around for a second, kind of squints his eyes. It's like he's been sleeping or trying to sleep for a little while. And his voice is raspy and dry, like he hasn't had water in days.
I'm gonna take out my water skin thing and offer it to him.
Oh, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, just so I can say.
They're gonna cook me. They're cannibals.
Are they still cannibals if they don't? If they eat people, but they're not people. Anyways, we can talk about it when we get on the boat. It's fine. Let's go. We gotta get to our boat.
Wait. There's. Thank you for the water. You can't leave. We. I know of a way to get rid of them, and to make you rich.
You had me.
Rich, you say?
I know the magic word to get your attention. Rich.
We've had enough close rushes with death, literally, for one day.
You'll never find anything like this anywhere.
You know what else we won't find like this anywhere? Our lives.
I mean, come on, guy. What if this one works out, right? Like we're due for one, right? Like that's how it works. Like I mess some things up, and then we have a good one, and then I mess some things up, and then we have a good one. I think we're due for a good one. Let's do this.
So here's what he says.
Gambler's fallacy.
He gets up, still manacled, with his arms and his legs, and he's like, I might need you to take these chains off. I don't think I can walk.
Yeah, I'll do. You want a
just go ahead and do
tool check?
Yeah, do another one of those.
That'll be 13.
That's good. You're able to get the manacles off his legs and his hands easily. They were actually a lot more shoddy than the one on the door. And he says, we can talk about this over there. And he points basically due south. And he's like, there's a group of trees. We can hide. I can tell you exactly what you need to do.
All right, let's that's a good place to hide.
It's like 100 feet off. There's a group of trees. There's some boulders. It'd be out of view here. So let me move us back to the other map. This is why I made that one.
Elvira had told me that she votes for risking her life for monetary gain.
I think that's the wisest choice that could be made. I'm gonna go ahead and place you over by roughly what that would be in my mind's eye. So that would be like over here, kind of close to where you entered the map before. And
while we're on the subject, guy,
there's the rocks.
I know you blame me for that necromancer escaping, but had we had, I don't know, our tank there to help us fight him, maybe he wouldn't have got away.
I'm not gonna deny that.
Just throw that out there. Just food for thought.
Yeah, that's about 100 feet away. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, that's kind of what the other guy sounds like. He's definitely um, struggling to breathe and talk a little bit. It's, Zach, all good? Not
Struggling
choking?
to breathe and talk a little bit. I think he's okay though.
Just want to make sure he's not choking over there, and I'm not just being
I'm only,
being
only a little bit, but he's living. He's walking around, so we don't need any help.
okay. I don't want to be the bad friend who's like, I don't care that he's choking. I'm gonna keep DMing. uh, the man takes a moment to sort of collect himself. He says, "You wouldn't happen to have any food, would you?"
I guess I have some food. I don't know what food I have, but I'm gonna give him some food.
I'm sure I have some.
We have a lot more food back on our boat too. Like
Right.
we need a stack to hold you over. We got food back on our boat.
Yeah.
We haven't really stopped it. We should probably. Now it's not a good time for a long rest, but that needs to be a priority of ours too. Because we haven't really stopped to like eat or rest in a while.
You could certainly do a short rest. Might I also mention, because I haven't really highlighted this since you left the caves, it is probably late day, and it's fair to assume that it's going to become nighttime soon. And within the next
I
3
still
or
want to
4
get far
hours.
enough away from this area to feel like safe.
Okay. If you're saying that in character, he's gonna say, "Well, his voice is starting to sound a little bit more normal. He's still got the old man voice because he's old man. He's like probably he's old enough. He's got a gray beard and gray hair, and he's definitely seen some years. He's not old like the grave, but
Those goblins must be starving.
he says that his name was he no longer has a name. His name is Keegan. We're gonna go with Keegan. And Keegan, yep. And he is an adventurer who has been and also a scholar at the same time. He has been researching. Why am I using the third word? I've been researching the. I've been researching Vorn. Have you heard of Vorn?
I'm come to find out these days that I haven't heard about a lot of it.
I'm pretty new here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
As am I.
As am
As am I.
I. All right. Anyone, do a history check, all of y'all. It may not get you much, but you will learn. You will probably know at least something.
I've rolled a natural 20.
You rolled a
14.
17.
Okay.
And you say you're not from here, guys. But you wait.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I heard like this drunk guy at the Broken Barnacle, or yeah, the Broken Barnacle, like describe the entire story in detail one night. Although not all of those details may be true, because he was drunk, as I said.
That makes sense. The drunk men don't lie unless they do on accident.
Okay. So what you remember from that encounter in the tavern, that there were a few guys talking about an old spellcaster that is long dead, talking like at least 100 years dead, that had a companion, a non-living companion that was called Vorn, and that legend says that the spellcaster commanded Vorn to Well, see, Vorn was his guardian, and he commanded Vorn to stay at this one location until he returned. And so Vorn
Has obeyed.
has obeyed, and he has not actually left that location. But that's
But we don't know where that location is.
but that's legend, and people don't believe it to be 100% true. And there's also a lot of other missing details, like you're not really sure exactly what Vorn is.
I'm going to turn to Keegan and go, now that we're, a moment to catch ourselves. What's this you were speaking about? Unique and unobtainable riches that are now obtainable?
And
Attainable being.
he then goes into a little bit more detail, and he fills you in on some stuff. He says, I have been searching for many years for the amulet that controls Vorn. Anyone who holds the amulet commands the Guardian. One can only imagine the riches you could get with such a powerful ally on your side. Not to mention the amulet is worth a fair piece. And I have tracked it to Queen Grabstab. She's the leader of this tribe of Batiri. Unfortunately, I was captured. Not too far from here, I blundered into a tripwire, and it alerted the entire tribe to my location. They came and snatched me up and threw me into that cage a few days ago. And I've been waiting to be devoured ever since.
I got an idea. Why don't you come with us, go downriver to our boat, where I have a giant triceratops. And then we come upriver and we park the boat and we take a nice long nap, some rest, get some more food in you, and we come at this fresh. We've had a bit of a day ourselves. Not quite, kidnapped and locked up, although we were locked up at one point. But yeah, it sounds like the Queen's not going anywhere. They built this comically large trap, I'm assuming to catch some sort of insanely dangerous creature.
Oh, that's no trap. No, you don't know what it is, do you?
Not a clue.
No.
It's like some Wile E. Coyote business.
Oh, no. No, far from that. They're not that clever. No, though they are clever. That's an escape mechanism. That's not a trap. You see, he points it out. The tents are cleverly located in the midst of this net, which is strung up to basically a giant slingshot. And there is one cord that they have to cut, and it will fling the entire village over the treetops.
Okay. So first off, I just want to make it known. We are absolutely doing that at some point. Absolutely launching these goblins into the stratosphere with their own contraption. We owe it to ourselves. We've had a long day. We've earned it. That being said, I think we should also try to get a hold of this amulet. That sounds valuable and powerful.
And so I don't think if I were tearing any of this, I need to remember that.
Why would I have to hear you?
Because I'm hiding behind a rock as you ran up to help him, like 50 feet away.
Well, no, but then we all went back to those trees there.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Because I never left the trees.
Yeah, we all regrouped.
Cool, perfect. Wait, where's my map?
So, you guys want to get back to the boat, and then we can roll up with the Triceratops,
Guy is
Run
still
in.
running vigorously.
grab the amulet, run out, wait for them to settle down, and then catapult them into space.
I love the
Yes.
plan. Could use a little bit of polishing.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Right. How good was your plan?
Like, do I have to roll for this? Now for my part,
only
I will roll to do.
only if a nat 1 would result in something funny like him biting your hand or something like that.
Let's do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna choose this one. Audacity check.
Roll a straight D20.
I want to see
Roll
this.
it straight.
You don't get proficiency in audacity.
Oh, what I do? I mean, oh.
Wait,
Oh, I could. That could.
I feel like very quiet, like. Imagine like little fade out things going over my mouth, so you can't read my lips. Like,
Thought we were friends. Okay, so you're gonna go back down river. Now he's gonna also, please make just a very easy perception check for me, Petal. Very, very easy. Don't get a nat 1.
15.
Okay. That body of water to the west is not the river. It is a little lake.
Okay. Can I make a survival check to try to figure out where we are? Like, look for, like, mountains or other landmarks.
That
like-
that would be good. Yeah, I think that'd be really reasonable.
in the horizon or anything.
It was almost a natural 20, but now it's a 5.
You have Syndra Sylvain's map, so I'll say it's a little bit easier. Let me check here just to make sure I know where you are, because I know roughly where you are, but not perfectly.
Probably not a 5.
You think God doesn't know where we are, y'all? You think God doesn't know?
You know, the rest of you
You're in the moment.
are welcome to do a check too if you'd like.
Yeah. What? What kind of check?
You want all do survival?
Yeah, do a survival.
3.
17.
Okay, so those of you who rolled low surmise that you're north of the Soshin Star River Soshin Star, and the 17 from Elvira, all of a sudden she just gets this sense that if you were to head due south, it would take about a day or two, and you'd probably encounter the river, though certainly further south of where you had docked. Not really docked,
Like,
where you had...
I really think
Yeah.
it's just my woods and it's my because Elvira's kind of from like a hick town. I'm a country girl. Like I promise you, it's weird. I know. Just go with me on this one. I don't normally pipe up in these situations, but I pinky promise, both pinky toes and both pinky fingers.
Let's move
If we go
you...
this way, we head that direction. We will at least get back to the river so we can find our way back to the raft.
I'm gonna do you guys a
maybe we should just
favor.
sneak off, find somewhere to hide, get a little rest in, get a snack in, and then go steal this necklace and then catapult these guys into outer space.
I agree with getting safe first, but yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Whoa!
although it would be fun to roll in with the Triceratops. But if it's
Well,
like
yeah.
multiple there and back.
But if this is a lake and not a river, I was kind of counting on being able to sail the boat back, and then we offload the Triceratops. You know, we float up the river while they're standing there confused. We just hop off on the Triceratops, start decimating them.
Daniel,
You go ahead and
did
keep...
you want to stack on the big map of Chult?
I did. I'm trying to reveal
Okay.
a hex, but it's not working. Because Roll20 is It's great, but it is somewhat limited sometimes. Yeah, I'm trying to show you where you are. I'll just, for the time being, I'll fix this later, I guess. Their layers are always very confusing. Oh, I'm dumb. I was on the wrong layer. There we go. I'm going to reveal these hexes. There you go. Now you know which direction you've been going this whole time.
Okay.
I guess you technically could go southeast, but
Hang on, I would like to ask Keegan a question real quick.
okay, go ahead. Sorry, I was
Hey,
just
Keegan,
throwing that in.
so you said that marvelous contraption that the goblins have constructed is being used as an escape plan. So I gotta wonder, what is it they need to escape from that necessitates something that big?
This area is well known for its large reptiles of varying types, and some of them are quite large. Giants, one might say. Yeah, if I were you, I'd be very careful about the noises you make and the food that you cook, because you very well you might attract something you don't want.
Duly noted.
I'm gonna go full ranger and tame it.
I would like to see that. That would be cool. You may not want to tame the one I'm talking about, though.
I'll be right back.
The more dangerous it is to me, the more dangerous it'll be to my enemies once I've tamed it.
The Lion King, I laugh in the face of danger. Hanging laugh. Jump over him behind him. I laugh in the face of danger.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Mm,
It's a good movie.
such a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Guy, you gotta stop leaving the party. Yeah, Keegan strongly advises that you take great caution in this area. He also offers to bring you to Vorn so that you can witness the Guardian's resurrection, or at least reanimation, for yourselves, if you help him regain the amulet.
It can't be any worse than the last resurrection we saw, so.
Wait, is he expecting to retain the amulet?
Are you asking him?
I am.
Well, I don't have much purpose for it, but I do at least want to be able to ask it some questions. It's been a very long time since it's been active, and I would like to know more about its previous owner. After that, I'd like to do some maybe take a couple samples or do a couple experiments. I like alchemy in my own way. But after that, you seem like decent folk. Don't go tearing up Port Yanzaru with it.
I would never.
I wouldn't dream of it. Starts writing down
a whole different city and do it though.
All of the things that I like restaurants.
He is interested in in the amulet. He wants to keep the amulet, so he's not entirely sure if that's possible to keep the amulet but also not have Vorn. Uh, he's just not well educated enough on the subject, so he's honest with you about that. Like, well, I want the amulet for because like I do want to actually get something out of this, but if you wanted to keep it, I would be very happy to leave with a reasonable amount of gold in its place.
See if I have a reasonable amount of gold. I have a moderate amount of gold. Okay.
Value has not been
That's
determined yet, so
I'm down. I'm down to risk life and limb for this amulet and talk to some sort of ancient, powerful construct. It sounds like totally out of game. By the way, Dan, if this is what I think it is, this is the greatest way to. This is the best way to introduce one of these I've ever heard of.
well, that's cool.
If it's what I think it is, and I'm pretty sure it is, that I'm stealing this idea.
Awesome. Yeah, I just need to make sure I have the right amulet here. That is not the right amulet. There are apparently multiple amulets. Anyway, I will figure that out later. That's not so important right now. But,
Is Liz okay? I hear coughing in the background.
I'm good.
She's just partaking of substances.
I stepped out of the room, so I talk too loud.
So I guess that leaves things in your in your field here. You're welcome to plan what you want to do. I'm gonna keep looking for that amulet while you do.
Guy, I know I've made some questionable choices.
Well, you've also made a lot of non-questionable ones that have turned out really well. And I'd just like to say that, yeah, I am still gonna... I respect you and your talents, but I am still gonna give you a bit of ribbing.
As well you should. As well you should. I would expect nothing less. But I wanted to ask your opinion. This seems like something that I am more than happy to risk my life to explore and find out. This is very curious. Never seen one of these before. Very novel. You know how much I love novel things. So I'm interested in checking this out. I got the impression that Elvira was also interested in checking this out. How are you feeling about checking out this amulet board?
You know,
situation?
I don't really care about the whole ancient lore thing too much, but in for a penny, in for a pound, I guess.
Cool story the next time you go to the Barnacle.
Right. I mean, you're never gonna have to buy a drink again.
It's usually if you can tell the story sober, and then everyone will believe. Nope.
That is true. I am known as a terrible liar.
Yeah, that too.
I actually found the answer I was looking for, so I will give that to you when appropriate. Okay.
So the question is, do we want to sneak off and get in another night's rest, and then
Yes.
do this
Because I've
thing?
used half my spell slots. So
Okay.
it's going to be useful.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
need to go hunt around.
this would very effectively put us right back into hex crawl mode again for a short portion of this trip to get you back to the raft and the
I
other.
think we're talking about just like finding a safe place to like make camp
In this
far enough
area.
away. Yeah,
Oh.
we're not going that
Oh,
far.
I see.
I just need to be somewhere that we're like we can actually go to sleep and not worry about too much about getting got.
I guess I don't
Maybe
really.
a tall tree,
Like the other side of the lake, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
tall tree that shark can climb up, and I can string a hammock.
He mentions that there were There are some canoes we could paddle across to the other side of the lake, but the Batiri might notice.
They'll notice their canoes are gone. Um,
I'm thinking tomorrow what we do is we send Tavok back in to lure them out, like we did last time. Then, when it's just the head honcho with the guards, we rush in, bonk them, grab the amulet, make Tavok disappear, wait for them to all get on the catapult, and then give it the chop and just send them into the stratosphere.
Yes.
That's my. How's that for polished, old man?
Brilliant. He's staring off, like, spaced out. He's like, I feel really weak. I might need help walking.
I might need to rest, and we got some food for you, so let's go
Right.
find camp real quick.
Yeah.
Let's get as close as we can to the other side of the lake. We'll just, like, yeah.
Yeah, just like walk around the lake.
Okay, it wouldn't take very long. Let's just have
Okay, so it would
one.
it would happen before we got to nighttime, because I'm willing to stop at sundown too. Whichever comes first.
Yeah, you should be able to do that. I would like
Okay, cool.
just a general. So I'll take the average of whatever this is. A general stealth, just to so that you don't step on branches and knock over very small trees and make noises that will. Unless
Only a 6.
I got a 21.
okay.
5.
Got a 2. I'm going to go ahead. Wait. I'm going to go ahead. Wait. Dang it. No, I guess I can't.
It's okay.
Never mind.
It's not over yet. Remember, I said general. You pass.
Okay, cool. What is it like? Guy and I are carrying Keegan.
I guess I was gonna say
I got the arms. You got the lips.
Keegan's stealth check is what saved you from being
Oh,
noticed. So he's he
no
must
excuses.
he must be just walking really slowly and not making a whole lot of noise. Plus, he's been there before, so I don't have a map for this portion, but
Guy is just like trying to be stealthy, but ends up just like doing unnecessary combat rolls.
okay.
Winston's.
Winston? That's the gorilla, right?
No, that's
that's the Triceratops.
The Triceratops.
Maximilian.
I mean, he does have Gary's giant cougar there to help him, and quite frankly, they're a pretty formidable duo.
Oh, do we have him? I don't remember.
He didn't come with us into the thing, so I assumed he was back here with Winston.
Yeah, I think he might actually. Okay, so this is part of the complication that you guys didn't know because he wanted me to keep this a secret. So maybe you guys just don't know this and I didn't realize. He left the cougar back in like the Cyclops cave.
Oh.
His whole thing was he was trying to like be the stereotypical rogue following you, but not like he's edgy and doing his own thing and kind of like didn't want you to know what he was doing, which was totally did not work for where we were. I couldn't make
Right.
Anyway, that's beside the point.
Yeah.
That's where Cougar the Cougar is.
Well, Petal doesn't know that. As far as Petal knows, the cougar's back there with Winston, and they're just having a party. Like the cougar that Triceratops would do. I assume.
Yeah, the cougar's just like bathing the Triceratops like a house cat.
They're like sunning on top of him in the afternoon, like Winston's just like eating the river grass, and the cougar's just like
That head roll thing.
on the top.
It's my farm cats laying on top of my cattle.
Eaten all the rations.
On the back so we can lay down.
I could
we
envision
get
that.
there and
That's what Petal's thinking about.
I love animals.
Winston the Triceratops is just like, Like old bags of food.
You make it around to the other side with no issue. I'd say, if you were to try to fire like a longbow shot across this lake, you'd probably just barely make it to the shore. So that's about how far away.
Well, what, 600 feet? That's not bad.
Yeah. So it's a, I guess it's more of a mediocre than a small lake, but it's certainly enough that you are out of perception, range, so to speak, of the goblins. There's a cliffside, and there are a couple like cavities inside of the cliffside, the rocky cliffside. And then there are some much more dense forest up on top of that, and the cliff actually kind of doesn't overhang the lake, but it's pretty close.
Isn't the cavities deep enough that, like, if we go in there, we can build a fire?
There's definitely a couple that are deep enough.
And
like
not be perceived
you
across the lake by the goblins.
They're not like caverns or caves. They're more like just
Okay.
cutouts in the rock, maybe like 5 to 6 feet. Not a whole lot of stuff to obscure fire.
Okay, never mind then. Oh, we can always just grill stuff on guys' swords.
Panini press. You just get a hot rock.
Grill it.
I'm just gonna eat a block of pemmican tonight for dinner and not start a fire. I'm mostly trying to get up a tree so I can set up my hammock.
Ooh.
Yeah, same. I'm still worried about poker and stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to bed.
When you have a giant tiger that can sleep on a large branch and hang your hammock underneath him, you're pretty safe. The things that I'm worried about getting into my hammock while I'm sleeping usually don't mess with you with it. A tiger right above you.
I would put my bed like right next to Sharkan so I'm warm.
Okay.
Yeah. Next time we're gonna have to leave Melchelius in charge of Winston.
Okay. Give me a moderately descript idea of what your camp is set up like, so I know how to narrate this next thing.
So
I feel like I'm sleeping down in one of those cavities. If they're close enough to like the forest, that I'll be like still close to the group.
I would think so.
And
I'm looking for like a huge tree with big wide branches nearby, and I'm gonna be up in like quite a big branch that Sharkan is gonna sleep on, and I'll tie my hammock up underneath that so that I hang below it. Trying to like kind of keeping watch a little bit. I don't actually sleep. I just meditate for 4 hours, so then I can like keep watch when I'm not doing that.
Okay.
So I like to meditate from.
Sorry, that was very abrupt, but after you set up your camp, it starts to rain pretty heavily. Yeah.
How sheltered am I by the tree I'm in?
Well, it sounded to me like you were under tree canopy, so you're probably mostly sheltered. You're not sopping wet. You might be a little damp.
Honestly, it's cold. Like, this is probably the most comfortable temperature I've been the whole time I've been here.
Yeah, no kidding. This is. It gets down to a really, really comfortable, like, maybe 65, 67 degrees. This whole time.
I could, like, climb up into the canopy and just rain and just off. Ooh, that feels good. That feels good. Sharkan, no, you don't want to do anything. It's okay. This is nice. Great.
guys, as a matter of fact, I'm getting sleepy just hearing this. So, yep, he's. Wait, are the cave things flooding now?
No.
No?
I'm.
Wow, trust issues, man?
Am I a bad DM? Do I, like, constantly hurt you?
Well, no, but you're a realistic PM. So, like...
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, I'm not...
Tell me.
No! No! I just want to sleep.
No,
It would be funny
A
though.
long day full of character flaws.
Could be
and
fun,
almost
though.
dying. No, my character flaws.
it could be fun, though.
And I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a rock this story.
Yeah, the sounds of the rain definitely set you at ease. It's nice to know that even if you made noise, it probably would be drowned out by the storm. This is the safest you felt in several days. You know, going through that tomb and then encountering the Materi and even before that, like running into the what are they called? Lizard folk. I almost called them reptilians. I'm like, that's not right. You've had a lot going on, and so it's nice to get some rest. Cassandra is gonna take watch first and wake up whoever's interested in watching next. Probably about 4 hours or so, just to make sure that you guys don't get snuck up on by some nocturnal predator.
It's not gonna be Guy. He's just out. He's just out.
I need my spell slot back.
If Cassandra can keep watch for 4 hours, I can get my meditation in, and then I'll be good to go to keep an eye on everything.
Sweet. Let me check something here.
So, short rest? Or no, long rest?
This would be a long rest.
Thank the dice gods.
In the world, am I doing the wrong thing? Oh, I am doing it. There we go. That's what I meant. No, that doesn't work for nighttime. This doesn't work. That also doesn't work. Wow, this random encounter generator thing is not working. Okay,
Remember what you said about how, like, sometimes people travel at night with Chult?
yeah.
Because it's cooler? Okay. I don't know what encounters could work, but...
Yeah, they were mostly things like stuff on the side of the road that you pass that you look at. Like, it doesn't work when you're standing still. You guys are sleeping soundly. Somewhere in the middle of the night, the rain stops. And as a surprise to all of you, you wake up the next morning. No one woke you up for your shift.
Wait,
bright-eyed and
so-
fishy tail.
So Cassandra...
Cassandra did not wake you up.
I would like to look around
That makes sense, yeah. Where is Cassandra?
and figure out if I can... Did she just fall asleep?
Where's Keegan?
Okay. Oh, Keegan I just had with one of you. I'll say he's like with Guy, because he can't really easily climb a tree being an old man.
Yep.
I didn't think about having him do the shift. No, he just spent the night with Guy. Do another...
Yeah, strung it up.
Let's see. So, y'all wake up and at your own times, and I have to leave it in your court at that point.
So
I feel like I would probably wake up last than everybody because I was tuckered out. So y'all two go ahead and tell me how you wake up, and I'll probably wake up to whatever y'all are doing.
I would have woken up quite a bit earlier, as I only need 4 hours of like meditation instead of 8 hours of sleep, and I usually use that extra time to like make more arrows and like take care of the animals and that kind of stuff. But if I kind of came out of my meditation and like, where is Cassandra? Wasn't I supposed to relieve her? I would probably try to go look for her.
Okay. Anyone joining him?
I'm gonna get up. Is Keegan awake?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him how he slept.
Y'all are only sleeping 4 hours too, or
Really well. That rain
Good.
sure helped.
Oh yeah, I love the rain. Well, not walking through it, but
I also enjoyed the rain. Guys, I'm a little concerned. I know it's a little early for you guys, but Cassandra seems to be missing.
guy just kind of like perks up because, I mean, that's not good. Do I roll an investigation check?
Guy is happy.
Huh?
Like she's like,
Well, no, like he's
I'm
not happy. He's just like,
I'm just kidding. It was,
Listen, I normally wouldn't make a huge deal about her missing, but it was her turn to cook breakfast, so I don't think she would get out on those duties.
I roll a
She takes
22 for investigation.
that woman is not in the kitchen.
anyone who wants to participate, all can do investigation. Yes.
Okay. Oh shit.
So she's
Watch her
not.
be writing-
She's not in the general vicinity.
Oh shoot.
Hold on. Oh no. Jeez.
Oh
7.
wow. Guy, dang.
Yeah, I got
Shut
it.
up. Smell her staff.
Oh, Shar Khan could do it too.
Oh, could you really?
I would think so.
Yeah,
Let's start talking.
does he have like advantage on keen smell or something?
I, maybe. I
Yeah,
think.
the tiger has.
I think he
advantage on
has
wisdom.
that.
Except rely on smell.
Yes, he does.
Oh, good catch.
So he has
That's
advantage.
perception. Not investigation.
Yeah, it's perception.
Is that
But that's pretty
different?
much all animals are doing, really. They're
I'll
both
take-
intelligence.
I'll take that. I'll take perception. That's very fair.
Okay. What was his plus again? 14.
I'll be right back. I'm hungry. People keep eating.
With advantage, he got a 14.
Okay. So I'm gonna combine Guy and Petal. Of course, he leaves again, right? As every time. So
We'll just play for him and see what happens. He come back to what he comes back to.
Guy is off on. Okay, so you all split up, kind of going different directions, right? Trying to
Yep.
see which way she could be. And Guy and Shar Khan happen to be on a very kind of like similar area as they're searching, and Shar Khan like catches a whiff of something, and then bounds off into the bushes. And Guy is the first one to notice and take chase. What is it? What is it, boy? Yeah, don't.
You're chasing Star Khan now.
Shar Khan caught a scent and started running off into the bushes, and you were the first one to make chase after him. And Shar Khan comes to a stop in front of the foot of a tree, and is sniffing and starts going around the base of the tree, like smelling around the base of the tree. And Guy, this is where your investigation comes up, and you see, you find her staff on the ground at the foot of the tree, and it gives you a sense that you need to look up. And you look up, and you see just a tiny bit of blue from her robes right over the top of a rather large tree limb. And there is a multicolored thing that kind of looks like a rope wrapped around her several times.
Guys? Okay, no, I'm gonna like quietly like motion to everyone to come here and like look up, and I'm gonna like, guys, I think something's wrong with Cassandra.
Maximus.
Really?
Maximus, we're trying to wake her up. Maximus is on my shoulder. Maximus is my flying monkey. Yes, he was the one who put the gemstone, and then he just decided to play with it instead of bring it back.
Okay.
And then I had to almost die multiple times.
I actually saw a video of someone who had to put their 2-year-old in the house to unlock the door, and it was just like that.
I saw that with a cat. Somebody did that with their cat.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, but okay, cool.
So what's
in that case? Have we seen it yet?
Have
we seen her yet?
It's, you know, he could have called you over. You could see it, yeah. I would say, like, you probably would have noticed that Guy and Sharkan took off in a certain area. You'd probably hear it, at least. What was the monkey? What was the thing about the monkey again?
I was going to try to send Maximus up to, like, wake her up.
Oh, okay.
Wake her up.
He flies up, and then all of a sudden, he goes, it flies back down immediately, and he lands on your shoulder and like hides his head behind you. He's scared.
Okay.
Have
I tell you what.
go check it out, because like if something goes wrong, you can just come back, right?
I'm gonna immediately throw my hands up into like a firebolt symbol or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Tavok up the tree next, because I should have led with Tavok. He can actually speak a language, so I'm gonna tell Tavok, like, hey, sneak up there and figure out what's up there. I know this is like your new favorite game now, but be sneaky.
Okay. Can he climb a tree? I would assume so. I just don't know his climbing speed.
No, I don't think he can fly yet.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah.
Eventually.
He just has a speed, but like he doesn't have like a climb speed. But I'm guessing as a drake, he could probably. I mean, what's the normal rules for climbing? Half speed?
That's what I thought. But he does have claws, which would help, right?
Yeah, that was my thought. But...
just use for now. Why don't we just use his normal walking speed then? Like,
okay, well, his speed is 40 feet. He has 40 feet move speed.
Oh, nice. He makes it up.
He can get up there pretty quick.
He makes it up. His draconic senses kick in, and he doesn't come up right next to the edge of the limb where Cassandra is. He actually kind of takes a wide berth and goes up above, and then looks down. And he can speak to you, right?
Yeah, he can speak Draconic.
Okay.
And he has an intelligence of 8.
This probably wouldn't take much intelligence necessarily to really convey this. Gosh, I don't even know how fluent he'd be, but he basically says something like, "Big snake." Big snake.
Big snake?
Yeah.
We gotta rescue Cassandra.
Find him!
Yeah. I'm gonna immediately start climbing up there, and it's like, I'm gonna get me some boots.
I'm gonna start climbing.
This is cool. This was a random encounter too.
I'm gonna try and so I take it the rainbowy thing is the snake, right? The colorful thing.
I don't have. Yes. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Can I like shoot a firebolt at it from below?
What if you hit this?
if it's a snake, it's big. I'm aiming for the big thing.
So you are below it, and
That's true.
I'll just describe a little better now that it doesn't immediately give
It's
away
in a
what.
dire situation, so I still want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also in a tree.
So here's what it looks
It's
like.
jungle, it'll rain.
Here's what it looks like. The tree that she is in is at least like 5 or 6 feet in diameter. That's like the diameter of the tree. And then the limb she's on is one of the lower, larger limbs that's like goes out probably like 30 or 40 feet. So it's big. It's probably I guess like 2 to 3 feet in diameter, and she's on the top. And there's like there are about 3 coils of snake holding her to the branch, but she's on top. You're below, so there's a tree branch between you and her.
Okay, cool. And since this is, it's the jungle and it just rained, it's not going to catch on fire.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Is she less than 120? Is she at least 120 feet away?
She is less than that.
All right, cool. I'm gonna shoot her with fire. I'm gonna shoot the snake with firebolt.
Okay. Yeah, and the little bit of blue that you saw from her was like her cloak kind of like peeking over the edge. Like
I only got an 8 though.
That's not really good enough.
Yep, I didn't think it was.
It goes up into the foliage.
Sorry, y'all good? Everyone good? My bad.
Damn quick question.
Yeah.
I didn't specifically state this beforehand, because I had forgotten to, but would you allow me to have attuned to the hunting bow of chills over the course of that long rest?
Oh, sure.
Even though I didn't previously? Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that too,
Cool.
so yeah.
Alrighty, that works. Then yeah, I'm gonna climb up there and really I wanna try to find its head, and I'm gonna just drill it in the head.
Nice.
With the hunting bow of chills.
After climbing up, I guess there's probably 10 or 15 feet of length of that limb before you find the snake. So there's definitely somewhere where you can stand it's not immediately right next to it. You're not in engaged range by standing up there. You see the tail of the slithering creature is closer to you, the tip of the tail, the end of it. And the head is further out. And it's definitely on the top of the branch. And it's curled over a little bit as if it's analyzing its prey to see if squeezed hard enough yet.
Can I get a shot at its head, or would I be risking hitting Cassandra?
Yeah, you could get a shot off at her. I mean, not at her, at the snake.
How do you want? I forgot. How do you do surprise attacks?
It's advantage if. Hang on, I know I have it.
Because I can never remember what you get as a rogue and what you just get. I always want to give everybody rogue.
It's advantage to hit. It's advantage to hit if they don't see you.
Okay. So, do you want a stealth check to sneak up there?
If that's what if that's your approach, yes.
16 stealth check.
Okay. You pass. It is enamored with its prey, looking into the eyes of Cassandra. You see her normally blue skin is like a ghostly pale icy blue now.
Oh
no. Her normal like sort of wavy hair from this odd like invisible wind that emanates from her has gone very still.
Alright, I'm going to draw one of my ancient barbed arrows that I picked up in the tomb.
Okay, it's worth noticing, wait, you give away your location after the first attack.
I assumed I wasn't going to be able to like keep firing from stealth. Uh,
It wasn't me. He did it.
that's what Tavoke is for.
It must have been the wind.
So I would have snuck up to where Tavoke was, pulled out my ancient barbed arrow because I really want this one to hurt. This guy went after my friend, so he's done. And I'm going to make a attack with advantage with the hunting bow of chills for the first time. So as I draw this arrow back, like as I draw it back, as the shaft of the arrow passes like the bow, it like gets all frosty and like covered in like that rime.
Oh.
Then I'm gonna take my shot, and I got a 24 to hit.
Well, that hits. That's
Okay.
twice his armor class.
And I rolled max damage on my, so it'll be 12 piercing damage, and then 1d6 plus 1 frost. So 12 piercing damage and 3 cold damage.
Woo!
As I just drain him right in the dome, just like, ha-ha-ha, right in your big broad head.
Normally I would. I'm gonna freestyle this a little differently than I would otherwise. Under normal circumstances, you do a certain amount of damage and you just whittle it off till they're dead. But that I think that's just ridiculous in this circumstance. You got an exceedingly high roll, and you rolled max damage. The thing takes the shot, its head frosts over it where around the arrow, and it goes limp. It's still coiled around, but it is no longer constricting. And you know how like an elastic rope, if you pull it tight, it looks like it gets smaller. You know what I mean by that? It gets bigger. So it's
like relaxing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go and like try to.
Am I up there by now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Guy, help me unwind the snakes so we can get Cassandra out for like. I'm gonna try to like.
I'm gonna be up there catching her.
I'm gonna try to get like the snake off her if you can like pull her out, and then we have to cook this guy. This is so much meat. I'm making a bag. I'm making a belt. I'm making boots. We're gonna be looking good. Look at this. Look at the shine on these scales. It's gonna look fantastic.
That is pretty shiny. Okay, let's get Cassandra out.
We're gonna have a fabulous bag of clothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like under the snake as it's kind of like uncoiling, I guess. Right?
Yeah,
right? Like you said, it was coiled up on the tree.
Yeah.
Like holding
Pedal's like grabbing its head and like throwing it over, like waiting for it to swing around and then grabbing its head.
Cassandra is just wheezing as she's slowly coming back into it.
Didn't you already have a plate full of things?
Thank you.
Didn't you have
Doing okay there,
Voice
champ?
voice is gone. She cannot get any words out.
Okay. Is the snake loose enough to where like she's I'm like under the snake, getting ready to like pull her out and carry her down as soon as.
From the way I was hearing it described, I'm just imagining that the snake like unwinds enough, and it just like the heavier part ends up pulling it down off the tree limb, and it falls down on the forest floor.
And the head in the ice shatters.
Yes.
Like liquid nitrogen.
It leaves a couple, like it leaves like two or three fangs still intact, but most of it's shattered, and you can see its cold, lifeless eyes kind of film over with white. And Cassandra is laying there, just still like not stuck to the tree, but like she can't move.
Okay, I'm gonna pull her down and like start carrying her down.
Yeah. Let's get her. Let's get some water in her.
Cassandra, Cassandra,
Jeez,
say something. You good?
get some rat in her.
That's all she can get out. She can't get any words out.
Life up.
He's alive.
Do a medicine check. Just to have a better understanding of what happened to her.
Oh, she's been strangled. I roll a 3.
You don't know what happened, but you see that there is just this massive bruise on her neck. Huge bruise.
I rolled a 19 for my medicine check.
Okay, she's been mostly suffocated and was on death's door when you got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I think she's gonna be fine now. Let's just let her get herself back. She can hit herself with a healing spell. Maybe just take a short rest.
How about you take a nap, Cassandra? How about you get your sleep?
Right. Why don't you take a break? I gotta skin this giant snake anyway.
Yep.
The ambulance not going anywhere.
Right.
Let's go back to the cave thing.
We got a solid plan for getting rid of these goblins.
You're gonna eat this snake and feel so much better afterwards.
Right.
Revenge,
I'm gonna make
revenge
you
breakfast.
a beautiful pair of shoes.
Look at the bright side. You got a deep tissue massage out of it.
Where did everyone's cameras go?
Oh, I think Eli had to turn off his camera. He looks like he had to step
And
away
yours
from
went completely pixelated.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come back. Here, let's try this. I'll cycle it on and off. Let's see. Yeah, that was a completely random encounter. Let's see. We'll say, yeah. It's mid-morning. You've gotten her. You've rescued her. She's slowly recovering. How long of a rest do you want to do? You said short rest.
A short rest at least, and let her. Yeah.
Yeah, that would let her recuperate.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do some healing.
I can also we're a little ways away and it's daytime now. If she needs to take a long rest, because she didn't get one, then we could easily hang out for an hour while I make snake jerky. I could start a fire and make a bunch of snake jerky, because that seems like something that'll work.
She definitely needs a long rest. She's at 1 hit point.
Okay, then yes. Yeah, let's, why don't you take a nap, we'll keep watch, and I'm gonna get working on making some fabulous snake stuff.
That works. Do you want to take 5 since Eli had to step away, and I'll figure out what to do next?
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Awesome. Cool.
Oh, hey, also.
Yeah.
Before you go, after game, remind me, I want to show you, I got that Wonder Draft map making program, and I made a continent map, and I've made one, and I'm making another hex crawl map. Totally homebrew, totally custom.
That's fantastic.
But I'm a little proud. I want to show you.
I look forward to it.
ones.
Ooh,
I think
interesting.
there was like dried jalapeno pieces in one of them.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah, real good.
Man, there's some clever foods that I would just never think of trying.
Americans are known for our love of the savory and sweet combo, like in the same bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every human likes like something savory and then something sweet, you know. But yeah, we're known for like the in the moment combination. Our extreme extreme lengths we'll go to get that.
Chocolate covered bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boy, that's the epitome of American.
got gummy bears one time. Those are really good.
Right on. Okay. If you guys are cool with it, I'm gonna fast forward through the day where Cassandra is resting because otherwise it's gonna be boring, and we're on a mission to get back to that raft anyway. Um,
Oh, we also need to.
though, I guess that you could consult with Keegan more if you wanted to, or get to know him a little bit. Suppose that could be done during Hex Crawl too.
I don't know how I don't know how much time it takes to skin a gigantic snake, but I'm guessing a lot.
Yeah, probably a few hours.
So that's what I was going to be doing, and then once I get some meat free, start making some snake jerky.
Okay, so while you're doing that, Keegan just kind of tries to befriend, get to know his new companions. Just kind of befriend you a little bit. And he
You
asks,
from Chult, Keegan?
he is sort of, he wasn't born in Chult, but he's definitely been here for most of his life, so he just kind of refers to it as his home. Yeah, my father came over from Waterdeep, but just shortly after I was born. He wanted to study at the temple in Yanzaru. Things have changed since then. There used to be a great library. Not anymore. So I grew up with a lot of literature, and I got to know a lot of things. And I'm mostly a bookworm. I don't know very much about survival out here. I did have a guide, but that was ended up not working out very well. The guide left me for dead and went back to Yanzaru.
Give me a little tabaxi.
He says,
Whoa, wait. What about the guy who we found the Page of Thrawn on? Was that him?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, no, I'm asking you out of. I'm asking like.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
responding.
asking Zach like out of character,
Oh.
right? Remember that the whole thing that set us on the thing for Thrawn was like we found that little notebook that had, right?
Yeah, no, we could probably we describe the guy and ask if that was his guide, but I kind of doubt it.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like him. Sounds like some
I'm
unfortunate
assuming
soul.
you don't know who Thrawn is.
No, never heard of him.
Neither have we, but we've met him.
That's quite the sentence.
Petal is going to be like, technically that is correct, yes.
You are some strange people, but still like you though. Better than that last guy.
I'll take it.
Yeah, he was a waste of 30 gold. He didn't know where he was going. And he brought me out into the middle of nowhere and then left me.
30 gold, you say?
It was supposed to be half now, half later. I guess. Well, he did make off with my bag of gold, so I don't have any left. I guess he ended up making a fool out of me.
Like, yes, he did, and then leave. That's the fact.
Yeah, it happens, man. Some of these operators just aren't trustworthy. It's bound to happen. Bad luck. Fortunately, we're not bad people. You're fine.
I'm just glad I didn't run into any Yuan Ti. I was concerned about them.
We've heard about them.
The who and he's?
There's a city that we'd heard about in connection with them. Ooh, I'm trying to remember.
There's something about their king. I remember the Fighters Guild captain guy was telling me about it.
Oh, you sound like you're talking about Omu.
Omu, yes.
Yeah.
Omu.
And something's up with their king.
Yeah, it's not really where I was going, but I do know a little bit about it. It definitely has a lot of follows of Ross Nisi there. But that I would stay away from there if I were you. That's a very dangerous area.
Noted.
What makes it dangerous?
Well,
I'm not familiar with these people or this area.
I haven't been there, but I know it has a name in this part. It's called the Forbidden City, and it's probably for good reason. It seems anybody who goes there never comes back. And
So either it's very dangerous or it's so awesome that no one wants to leave.
See, where you are on our, on our pattern of wins and losses when we get there, okay?
Right. I realize I might be pedaling out here a little bit. I might be doing me a little extra. I'm just throwing it out there. Could be that. We don't know. Maybe it's amazing. Maybe they have outdoor spas on every corner.
You read my mind. I was going to say that as an example of a place that's too awesome to leave.
Like hot springs, just like walking by, like, oh yeah, no, this is great, it's great.
So
reach up, pick a fruit. Yeah, we don't know. Maybe it's
really good.
Except for the snake people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rest my case there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how nobody could be there and leave and not survive and still be able to tell stories of the place. So I don't truly believe that rumor 100%, but it's rumored that the Yuan Ti live below the city. But they aren't the only ones. There are definitely more Yuan Ti tribes in the jungle, and they are deadly. I don't intend on going that direction. That's what a lot. From what I have read, they're a lot further south than this.
Okay.
So I don't know that you'll run into any anytime soon, but yeah, just be careful.
Good to know.
They're serpent people. They're not to be trusted ever.
As I'm rolling up a giant thing of like 3 foot wide snake skin, like makes sense.
Yeah.
Good logic. Don't trust snake people.
There's been a lot of snakes in this campaign already.
The jungle.
We have had several run-ins with snakes, and it is the jungle, so that tracks.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Okay, Indiana.
How long is this snake skin? The snake that I got.
It's described as a giant constrictor, so I'm gonna go with, I think 14 feet sounds reasonable for how long it was. And this was a massive snake. A very big nope rope.
Okay.
Very, very large evil noodle. I would imagine that you'd probably have multiple days worth of rations from the snake meat if you're making it into jerky. Let's say you have 7 days worth of jerky out of it, for sure.
Okay.
Um, also, let's see if there's a little bit of Skyrim luck here. 12. Let me pull open a generator real fast. I want to see if there was like an iron gauntlet or something inside of its stomach.
Crate dragon pearls.
Wow. Bag of raisins again? No, we're not doing that a second time.
I think dogs have been found in ones in Florida, so, you know.
There is a
yes. Yeah, another dog still alive that Petal tames.
there is a chunk of a sizable horn that was in its stomach that just was not digestible. Yeah.
That would have hurt coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing it's not a dog. The pet would be like, oh, the dead dog. I'm going to tame it. And make it easier.
Undead dog pet.
Advantages.
The horn is like big enough that you could make like a powder horn or like a horn you blow.
I'll grab it.
Yeah, not too sure what it's from because like the stomach acid ended up like etching away the coloration, so it's now just like completely white, albino white.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I'll go washing it in the lake. But yeah, fine. Put it in the backpack. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll use it for something. I'll make arrowheads out of it. Something. It's horn. Horn's very valuable. It's used. It's like the plastic of the day.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the instrument, the horn. Like,
Oh.
my bad, y'all.
What's the horn made out of horn?
Well,
That would be dope.
I kind of thought that's what he was getting at. Like he was going to make it into a horn so he could signal you guys from further away.
That would be cool.
We absolutely could do that.
I would love one, yeah.
Okay.
I bet you could carve it easily with wood carver's tools, which I think you have.
Probably. I am going to make it look like my drinking horn that I have here.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not.
Keegan, which by the way, I'm stealing the name from another really good friend of mine, Keegan, so that's what ooh! Now that is sweet. Is that a water buffalo from Africa?
No clue. I got it at a Renaissance fair.
That's pretty sweet.
Actually, that's not true. I didn't get it at all. Aaron got that for me as a gift.
It really looks like an African or European water buffalo. Oh, no. Hang on. It wouldn't be European. They have that's the wrong kind of
No,
horn.
they have bison there, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't mean to distract you.
Asian? There's water buffaloes in Asia.
Maybe I was thinking of wildebeest.
Everybody saw that water buffalo. Sorry.
Veggie Tales.
It is Veggie Tales.
Should be ashamed of yourself.
Keegan's gonna say, like, if you want to know more about those locations, I might have some more literature on it back at my place in Yanzaro, but that's a long way away from here.
Yeah.
And he'll give you like some sort of vague but sufficient directions to like the area of town where he lives in case you ever drop by and you want to just say hello. Because he intends on departing eventually.
Yeah, I assume he'd want to build a raft and float down
Go
or
back home.
something.
It's
Get out of this place.
probably been a sufficient time for a full day to pass, unless you really want to do something in this day. Other than that, we'll do. Let's do like the night watches, and then we can jump back into the hex crawl.
Be
if we,
better to get them at night, though?
No, because
Oh.
we're going to use boats to lead them away, and then we're just going to go after the head goblin, get the amulet, and then wait for the others to come back. And then
Okay. So it doesn't matter what time of day we do it. Okay.
daytime's better,
Okay.
because that way they'll chase the boat out.
Who wants to take first watch?
I can do it.
Okay. I will take second watch.
Cassandra rolled a dirty 20 for her watch whenever it happens.
As a perception?
Yep. Just a perception roll for...
Only a 9.
Okay. And you went first.
Go. The time is now, monsters.
You also disappeared.
You hear a lot of bat activity during the night, but they end up just flying overhead. Excuse me. Overhead. I'm getting choked up with this chip I just ate. Getting really emotional about my food, guys. The bats fly overhead, and they get your attention, but they don't really do much of anything. Guy, what'd you get?
Oh, rolling. Where's the? Hang on, I'm kind of. Where are we?
Just do a perception.
Perception. 19.
On your shift, the bats end up coming back, but again, don't do much of anything. They do get a little bit closer. A couple fly close by to you, but they don't do anything that is any danger towards you. And then Cassandra gets a 20 during the night. She hears a howl off in the distance, but it doesn't. There's nothing else after that howl, and it begins to rain again, which ends up dulling your ability to perceive things. How about Petal?
Petal is going to get in his meditation, and then he's going to lay in his hammock and make more arrows. He wants to do during his downtime, and he's going to use like pluck feathers from, or like pick out stray feathers from Maximus, because apparently flying monkeys' feathers make great fletching. So he's going to like harvest some stray feathers to make some fletching. So like, work on putting a couple arrows together while Maximus is running around chasing bats because he likes to eat. As we established as canonical.
It's very weird, but I like it.
Petal, wait. Sorry. What? Petal's making arrows. Is he on watch right now? I'm confused.
Yeah, this is the... Oh, he's not on watch. Okay.
He did 3 watches.
Oh, yeah, that fills a full night. You're right.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, you need to do a night watch into the late morning.
Hey, Petal, can I have some extra arrows? Because I've been meaning to refill my thing. I'm down to about half a quiver, almost.
Absolutely. I got... Let's see, what do I got? I got these old arrows that I picked up. They fly real good. They got these hooks on them. They're pretty lethal. I also got some arrows that I brought with me from the Feywilds. It pulls out one that looks like it's made out of like insectoid parts with like a big stinger on the front. And then I have some regular arrows. He has like some like normal wood, feather, metal piece.
I mean, I'll take the regular ones. You're probably better with the special ones.
Okay, they're not actually different. It's just flavor.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh, they just-
Yeah,
It's flavor.
because he makes his arrows out of whatever he has on hand.
Okay.
Including parts of his pets.
So how many can I take?
I can give you 20.
I only need like a max of 9.
Okay, go ahead, take 9.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Are you going to begin your voyage back to the I almost said barge, the raft?
They're gonna go attack goblins.
Yeah, we're gonna go trick the goblins.
Oh, you're doing that first. Oh, I thought it was. Okay, I got your order mixed up. My bad.
I just wanted to go to the other side of the lake so that we could get away from them long enough to actually take a rest. And,
Ah,
recoup, without having to watch our backs the whole time.
I
That's not very
see.
restful.
I see. Okay,
It was for safety.
glad we clarified because I definitely thought you wanted to go back to the raft, get Winston, and then mess with goblins. So I misunderstood.
If he'd been closer, absolutely, but
Okay, then let me add a little bit more detail on Cassandra's perception check. She hears those dinosaurs again in the very early morning, way before sun comes up, and it's definitely off on the same side. Though this time it's different sounds. It's like the same kind of creature, but I can't really describe how it's different, but it's different. You don't notice it once the sun comes up, though.
okay. Well, are you guys ready to sneak over there and mess with some goblins?
Mm-hmm.
Smoke, are you ready to lead them on a wild goose chase? Oh, just holler real loud when you're ready, and I'll resummon you.
As he pets.
He looks at you and he's like, "Ah, I don't like doing get help. Let's not do get help."
But it worked so well.
We are not doing get help. Get help!
Like this? No, not that. You gotta have a whole conversation about it.
Yeah. So I guess plan is to sneak over there.
I suppose I put you on the wrong map. Here, let's do this actual one. By the way, I forgot to tell you this. There is a name for this location. It's called Yellyark.
Really?
Yep, that's the name of this location. Yellyark. Which I believe probably would have been. It may or may not have been marked on Sindra Sylvain's map. Which you have. I'd have to double check on that. I'm not sure. There's a reasonable likelihood that it was.
Since I am riding around on Shere Khan, as is, my norm, can I use his stealth?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Awesome.
I could say, oh well, I'm going to impose a -1 because you're adding extra weight, but I think that would be
That's
dumb.
fair.
I don't think that's necessary. Just you could just use his normal stealth.
Okay. That's an 18.
18's good.
Sneak over there.
That's pretty good.
He has a +8 to his stealth.
Now, you guys haven't really described what your plan is exactly like. Are you going to send one person up to go do something and another person as a diversion or something like that? Do you have a battle plan here?
Yes, we do. We're Tavoke is the distraction. Then we're gonna go up there, bust down the chiefess's tent. Pedal explained it way better, and also I'm tired.
Yeah, we're gonna use Tavok to like lead them away like the Pied Piper, like he did last time. So that because last time he showed up, they just all followed him out and just left the chief with the 2 guards, which we could easily take.
And since it's the same weird bird that they missed last time, they should be like doubly invested because it's like, hey, it's that weird bird again. Let's get it this time.
Yeah, and they didn't have their dinner last night because we freed Keegan.
Yeah.
So they're probably extra hungry. They're definitely going to chase after. I'm confident.
Okay. So enact the first part of your plan here for me, and I will respond in turn.
Okay. Gonna sneak up on Shirkan up to here. Then I'm gonna send to Voke, much like last time, to like hang out over here, like he's headed towards the tent again.
Okay.
Like let them see him, and then once he has enough attention, to lead them off in that same direction again.
By the way, your roll 20 Sharkan is not at full health. Is it supposed to be 37?
Oh yeah, he is supposed to be at full health. My bad.
I fixed it. I just
you.
wanted to make sure. There we go. Okay, so let's see what if the goblins notice. Nothing. No response to Tavok. There seems to be very little activity going on in the goblin camp at the moment.
But we see that there are goblins there, right?
Nope. They are in their... Well, let's just say it would be pretty obvious that some of them are in tents, just because you can hear activity, and also it's early morning.
Are they nocturnal? Or just sleeping?
I think they just slept in late. Either way,
They are late.
Tavok, go cause a ruckus.
Go kick something over me.
I'm
Okay.
gonna send Tavok to go cause a ruckus.
You get within 5 feet of the guard. It goes,
He's gonna like back up and then just kind of like, you know,
all of a
do
sudden,
his thing and start. And like as soon as he sees that like the other ones are there, he's gonna start casually making his way the same direction. Like, look at me, the tasty lizard over here, minding my own business.
Okay, so before Tavok moves any further, you hear a different voice. And a person comes out of, like, a different goblin comes out of this tent here and shouts at them, like, at the top of her lungs. She has a very ornate mask on her face compared to their rather simply carved wooden ant masks that they wear. She has a much more royal looking one. And she shouts and points in the direction of Tavok. And these ones... Well, I grabbed the guard by accident. These ones all go chasing after Tavok.
Alright. I'm going to like sneak up behind this house here. I'm gonna roll stealth.
Yes.
And I'm going to use a superiority die and add it to the... Okay, hang on. Can I look up something real quick?
Yeah, go for it. What does Elvira want to do in this? Anything? Any ideas?
to. Okay, I want to go for the leader because I have a psychic damage
Okay.
spell that I think would work well against him. But if I need to go against one of the guards, I can do it too.
I will also mention this. I
Um,
forgot to mention. The leader goes back into her tent, and
okay,
one of the
so that's
guards
what I thought. Yeah.
one of the guards goes with.
And I want to relay this plan with my comrades here, Guy and Petal. um, if we need help, Keegan and Cassandra, unless we need help, stand back because oh, wonder if Cassandra's still on the mend, but
Oh, Cassandra's good. She's back.
okay.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
actually
cool.
she's hiding in the last place she was on this map. And
Okay, I think I can actually use this after I roll.
she's gonna have her crossbow
That's
lined up
handy.
just in case she has to take a shot at something. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well.
yeah, I just want to get in position. Oh, that's how in position to start to go after the head honcho.
Okay.
Okay, I got an 11 on my stealth check.
Okay. Elvira, I think you might need to do a stealth as well.
I think I did do here. Give me 1 second. Ooh, nice! Finally a 19.
19. You're really well hidden in the kind of tall grass / low brush in front of you. Guy, I need to do an opposed perception check to see if yours is successful. I will give you this. He's not looking your direction. He's facing a different direction. So I'll give him like a -2. Not that it mattered. He got a 4.
Oh.
So you are not spotted.
Okay. So,
But you do have a tent between you and that materia.
yeah. I was gonna ask, like, what's his passive perception? Like, if his passive perception is higher than, or is there like any chance that he kind of sees movement and then like goes to check out what it is?
He does not in this case. No.
Okay.
Must be the wit.
Must have been the wind.
Well, I rolled a dirty 20 for my stealth check.
Woohoo! Yeah, he
And
definitely does not pick up on that.
Seeing as Guy is in position to jump this guy, Cassandra's in position to jump this guy, Petal's gonna pull out an arrow and just wait for someone else to attack and just fire.
Alright.
Cassandra's
I
gonna
can
move
tell
up.
that Petal... Does Petal, like, give, like, a little hand signal or something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna see that. Actually, I'm probably gonna be right here-ish. And, I'm gonna...
You are moving very fast.
Yep. I'm gonna charge him, or like just run up there and do I want to roll stealth on that? Can I roll? I'm gonna roll stealth on that and see if I can like sneak up on him and like get the first stab off.
Okay.
12.
3.
Okay, sweet. So I like kind of crouch down and I like while he's like off, maybe turning his head, looking at how the chase is going. I sneak up behind him and I stab him good.
All right. What's your damage for that?
Damage? You mean hit?
I mean, yeah. I just didn't say
I
that
get
part.
okay, so it's 22 to hit, and then my damage is 5. Plus I light him on fire, plus the 1d6 question mark damage. And I got a 6 on that, so 11 damage.
Okay, he dies immediately.
I just sneak up behind him, flaming sword right through the chest. Okay, does the other guy see that?
The other guy's in the tent with his queen right now.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, hang on. Let me compute my movement real quick. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. No, wait. That was 1. Okay, can I, like, drag him back? Like, drag his corpse back behind the tent with my remaining movement?
How is it? What's your approach with that? Are you trying to be quiet while doing it, or are you trying to be quick?
So
Or
he's
both?
a goblin, right? So he's like a tiny little man, kind of,
Probably
right?
about
Or at least
3 feet tall, maybe 4.
Okay, so I stab him through the back, right? And then I like put my hand around his mouth, and then because he's smaller than me, I kind of like just as he goes limp or whatever, I just kind of like drag him back. It probably like halves my movement speed.
Yeah,
Or
I
something.
Just like full Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Are
Crazy seal over here.
are you trying to be quiet in that? Is kind of what I was getting at.
Probably yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. You had a decent stealth check. We'll just use that. All right, you pull him back. Go ahead and I think. Let me give you permission to move that goblin. Oh, it won't
Okay.
let you. It won't let you. Here, I'll just move him over here.
Yeah, I want to pull him like back behind the tent where he's out of sight.
Okay. That tent.
Right, and then I'm gonna, hand signal to the other guys. Hey, move in.
Okay.
Okay, I'm 20 feet away. Okay, I don't have it dash at all.
Cassandra's gonna move over to where you were before.
I kind of want to see Petal just like burst through the wall on sheer. What are these tents made out of? Or these huts?
Some form of canvas.
So he could totally just burst through the wall on his tiger.
No, not on the tiger. I'm just gonna draw my bow and arrow, and then just like with my bow drawn, stick the tip of the arrow in the Kent and just like pull it up to create a hole and just poke in it.
If you want to do that, let's roll for it.
Yes, I will roll whatever challenge you want me to roll to be able to do something cool.
And Elvira's gonna be right the whole time because we're going in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to be quiet about it, stealth would work. If you don't care, then you wouldn't need to do any other check. Just roll your attack, I think.
Are we stealthy?
I would like to do whatever it takes to get advantage on the attack. If that means being stealthy. If that means like coming in and throwing people off guard, I'll do that. But yes, then I want to be just like whoop, little hole, just the front of the bow.
Either of those would bring advantage. Yes.
Awesome.
While you're doing that, Cassandra's going to move over to the other tent here.
I got a nat 1 and a 27, so.
The 27's good.
Yeah, I'll take 27.
That is successful. Very successful.
All right, that'll be 8 piercing damage and 5 cold damage.
Okay, which one are you targeting? The guard?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I would. Elvira told me to take out the guards, so that's what I'm taking out.
All right, that's another guard down instantly, and
So those would be both guards around the queen, right?
that's both. Yeah, but the problem is you just like tore open a hole in the tent that the queen is in, and this was a surprise round, so if you want to attack or stop her from doing something, we're gonna need to roll initiative at this point.
Do it.
Sounds fair to me.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, I will add you all to the initiative tracker.
I think I
By the
might
way,
keep
Keegan
that.
is hanging back because he's just not strong enough to really
All
participate.
good.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
If you're according to the official rules, if you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends.
yeah. I think that effectively was what just happened.
Okay, yeah. 13 for initiative.
Okay.
Would it be reasonable to say that like Elvira's moved up toward the tent in that time?
Yes, yeah. If you want to.
Okay.
What's all your? I got Guy's initiative.
Mine's in there now. I don't
Okay.
know why it's
14.
not one.
Got it. Got it.
Alright.
What's your dexterity, um, Elvira?
Oh, mine is 1 second. I'm gonna switch browsers. Dexterity is up 12.
Okay, so Cassandra gets the edge on you for the 14.
Alright, cool.
Oh, Cassandra's first in the turn order. Okay, well she's not actually going to do anything combat wise, but she's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's actually going to move into the middle of the net so that she can get better view of what's going on. And move to Elvira and then Guy's right after her.
Is Cassandra gonna do like a hold action type thing?
Sure, yeah, with her crossbow, yes. She's kind of been doing that already.
Okay. Wait, Elvira's turn?
Elvira, and then you.
Yes.
Okay, so if I'm looking at the map right, my movement will put me right at the back of the tent. Has the queen left the tent yet?
No,
She doesn't.
she can't do anything because she's been surprised.
Ah, exactly. Perfect. Okay, exactly what I want is happening. And then I'm going to come in with a spell called. Yeah.
Spell called, yeah.
Tasha's Mind. Okay, so what this does is. You psychically lash out at one creature you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw.
Whoa.
So on a failed save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage, and it can't take a reaction until the end of the next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus. It gets one of the three.
That's so cool. Okay, so what do I have to do? I have to beat a
So
DC.
it's an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, let's do it.
What's the DC?
14.
Well, she gets a 10.
Oh, okay. So then it gets the 3d6 psychic damage.
Oh boy.
Very nice. Which is a 14. And if she's still around after that, she can only take a move, an action, or a bonus action.
I'm gonna, just for the sake of simplicity, keep you on separate squares. Minus 10. Okay, so she takes 10 damage and then
14 damage.
Oh, 14 damage.
Yep.
Oh, instantly bloodied. Like, easy.
Thank you, boys. That was perfect. That was some Navy SEAL stuff right there, guys. And we're not done yet. I'm just saying, like, you can. Elvira looks around like, you got this.
That was literally the first attack of initiative. That was great.
Alright. My turn.
Hold on. Yeah, I have bonus actions.
Ooh, bonus
Okay.
actions. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Alright, my turn. I'm going to, I guess, bust in after after Elvira. And then, still got my sword, which presumably has, like, sizzling Batiri blood still on it. And...
Take her!
Yes. I'm... Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to use a superiority. Oh wait, I'm going to use my lesser superiority die. Where are you? Yes, I'm going to use my lesser superiority die to do a fainting attack. So I get advantage, and then I can also add 1d6 to the damage, which probably won't. It's probably overkill.
If you faint, you can't keep
It was
fighting.
straight up assassination.
Wait, I get advantage. That's right.
We were against what, 18?
No! 6. I mean 7.
Oh, I don't have her stat block up. Let's see.
There's no way that hits.
Well, she's not a warrior, she's a queen. Does not hit.
Yep.
Oh.
Dang it. Dang.
It's okay, it's okay.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were muted.
And now it's Petal's turn. Oh, you're good, Zach. I didn't really hear anything.
The luck's run out. The luck's run out.
I thought he went in for the kill.
I did. It didn't work.
Alright, I'm gonna pop up. Same thing again. I'm just gonna, if there's not an open hole, I'm just gonna make one with my arrow and come through and just ah!
Man, she is totally outgunned.
Very
How do you want to do this?
Right in the face.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come in. And I'm gonna come right through, right as guy misses. Like, well, pow! I got you, bro. Like,
In half.
yeah, just like you said, just breaks the mask in half, and then I'm like, grab her. We gotta go.
Right. Can I like pick her up as she's falling over, as like a reaction or something?
Sure.
Yes. All right. I'm just gonna grab her. We'll loot the body later.
So what would I roll if I'm gonna run too? But I first want to look around and see like what I can grab, hoping the ambulance with it, right? So like if there's any like loose like boxes or anything I can pick up and be like, this might have something.
So around her neck is an amulet.
Oh, in that case, never mind.
Let me double check.
Actually, I'm still gonna pick stuff up. It's valuable stuff.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna pick stuff up.
let me see. I'm sure there's more to that.
I'm gonna turn into a squirrel.
I'm just gonna grab a random container and hope it has treasure.
Exactly. That's what I want. Like 2 though.
It's like might be like gold or valuables collected. Might be stored grain.
I'd be like, hey
might
guy,
be empty.
hey guy, do you have an extra shoulder? Okay, hold your arm out. Okay, thank you.
I can probably hold the Goblin Queen in one arm, right? It's the Goblin.
It's like a 9-year-old.
What did I do? Okay. Good night.
Yeah, you can. How many 9-year-olds are you able to hold?
Huh?
I would say at my current build, 3 solid. I could easily carry 3 9-year-olds. I could do 4, but not for an extended duration.
3 and a tiny one.
Yeah. 3 and a tiny one.
He was a beard.
He was, yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Well, that ended quickly. She didn't even get to her initiative roll. Her turn.
That's exactly what assassination's supposed to be. But yeah, we're gonna grab everything we can. So whatever check I need to do that, and then book it.
You could do investigation to see if there's more on her, but the amulet is the first thing that stands out, and her.
Oh, I just
war
want to
mask.
look around the room.
No.
Oh.
Room too. Yeah. We want to grab containers because we want to get out of there in case the other ones come back and we can launch them. But in case there is something valuable in there, I want to start picking up the bags. I'm going to give 1 or 2 to guy to put on his arm, and I'm going to take 1 or 2.
Grab a couple.
Yep.
You find
Wait,
you find a curled up length of rope made out of vines, but that's pretty much it. Just
never
on the
mind.
floor.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Right,
another 50 feet of hempen rope, basically. What is going on?
Oh, shit, I'll pick that up and run. I got the rope.
All right, let's get out of here. And I am going to come back over here and hide by this rock. And I'm going to start lining up my shot. I'm going to do maybe a practice shot to zero in on. I want to be able to shoot that rope.
Oh yeah, Cassandra's gonna get out of there.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm gonna, like-
okay, so we know the amulet is on the Goblin Queen's neck, right?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore?
Didn't you grab it?
I
Oh,
grabbed
Well,
the
we just
Goblin
follow
Queen.
Goblin Queen.
yep, we picked it up.
Oh.
I meant I didn't know where the amulet was. I didn't know if I could see it or not. So I'm going to leave her there and just take the amulet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That
Are-
works too.
Is Elvira vacating the premises too?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Now you're at least somewhat safe. Cassandra's gonna back you up. She's gonna like, I've just been holding this crossbow. Like, I might as well take a shot too.
All right. And with that, I'm going to do my action and re-summon to Voke.
Oh! Cassandra's gonna say, wait! I have an idea. What if we lead them into the net before we spring the trap? Spring it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that was the
idea.
idea.
They're going to go investigate the queen, and then we're going to launch them into the stratosphere.
Ah. She didn't
That's
follow
why
up
we
on
left
that.
the guards' bodies there.
Okay. Here's your Tavok. He's like done his thing, and the other goblins, that's a new word now, are slowly making their way back. And then they notice, hey, whatever their language is. It's very guttural.
Whatever you're doing is perfect.
As soon as the last one steps onto the catapult, I'm going to let loose an arrow
Oh. Okay.
at the rope to split the rope in half and launch them.
Doink. Okay.
22?
Jesus.
I think that hits. Why don't you describe this amazing thing you're about to do?
So while the arrow does hit, it doesn't hit straight on. And so I shoot and it goes just a little under and like slices 3/4 of the way through the rope. And like all of the goblins turn to look at it and it's a little like, and then the rope just snaps and then just like flying. All of their tents and everything just gets scattered all into the lake or however that worked out quite well.
The rope
That was-
phrase. So they're flying through the air.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And the glorious sound of flying goblins disappears into the distance.
Wait, is this the flying goblins people were talking about? Was this them? I was hoping for winged goblins so they could have fights with the monkeys. I wanted street gangs of flying goblins fighting street gangs of flying.
These are intimidating though, so I am happy to see that. Like I was very worried about the flying goblins, but now I'm not.
Well, don't speak too soon because you didn't realize that there was a tent full of another. How many is this? 18 goblins that came out as soon as they heard the screams of their brethren. Their entire net just disappears. They're like, ah! Where did our rope go?
Okay, I'm diving for stealth.
Maybe
No,
accomplish
no,
the
no,
game.
As always, throw Tigger on Sharkon and move.
So Eli,
Run again.
you're spotted, but nobody else really is because the goblins are looking around like mad, like, where's the giant T-Rex that is bearing down on us that caused them to cut the rope and send the village 1,000 feet that direction? Like, where is it? And they haven't really picked up on the fact that it had nothing to do with that. But they do notice, one notices you, Guy, and he starts coming your direction. But you definitely could escape if you wanted to.
Okay.
Anyway, go. Back to the raft.
Yep, back to the raft. I'm just gonna, like, run in front of the cages to, like, block view from him, hopefully, and like, obscure the view, and then just...
Hightail it out of there.
Yep.
Okay, this is
Got my 2 bags of loot, and I got the amulet thing.
This is a great place to stop.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell your XP. There weren't a whole lot of kills, but there was some role playing, which I think deserves some XP. So let me see here.
Well, what do you mean not a whole lot of kills? Those goblins all died, right?
Well, yes, but they are only 50 XP apiece. So, let's see.
Only 150.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that would be.
Like
And we killed the giant snake.
And that snake.
yeah, that too.
No, I guess probably not very much either.
How much do you count escapes for, or do you count escapes?
What do you mean by escape?
Like, if we, and I mean, like, maybe a little more crafty than running away, but, like, if we maneuver, like, a intelligent way to hit somebody, would that count for some XP at least?
Yeah, usually I factor that in.
Okay, cool.
I try to pick, like, I usually kind of base it a little bit off of the CR rating of the creature, if there's one involved.
Okay.
Or try to pick something that's reasonable for the difficulty level of what you did. So
That makes sense.
let's see.
Hey, I am happy to stay a level 4 ranger because at level 4 the rangers just shine. we do so much damage. It's so much fun.
Wait, so how much XP do we get?
I haven't divided it yet.
Oh, okay.
466. Let's round it up to 470 per person. That's not too bad.
Not at all.
Yeah, it was really a total of 1,400, but it doesn't divide by 3 very well.
We're less than 500 away from level 5, guys.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I better add that to Cassandra.
I have level 1.
All right. Very, very good.